what are all those signs about?
Yeah,
that's my first question.
I'm asking you.
This is my interview right now. What's your? Why are you moving your hands like that?
Why are you asking me questions for questions?
What does this mean?
I don't know. Guys do it. It's a Gen Z thing.
Guys do it?
Yeah.
What generation are you in?
I'm a millennial.
Millennial?
For sure.
Can you tell the people like who you are? Because they don't even know. By the way, it's Kilimanjaro back at it again. This is obviously Modo. Can you introduce?
Hello. I'm Modo, aka Just Michelle.
Just Michelle.
Just Michelle.
AKA what is it? Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's wild? When I called my TikTok Shenanigans, I didn't go there to dance. I went there for the shenanigans. I was here for the memes. I wasn't trying to do no videos. I wasn't trying to talk to anybody.
Yeah, she wasn't.
And then it just got catchy.
No,
one thing led to another. Shut up.
No, she knew she was destined to do this, you know. Like from the jump, bro.
Oh my
goodness.
telling
telling you, bro.
Just in the womb.
Then when she came out, she was like, you know what I'm saying? Just with the shoulders, because obviously you're a baby and you can't really move like that, innit? But yeah, no, sorry, carry on. I ruined your introduction.
No,
sorry.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. What was I answering? Yes. Introduction, yeah. So I just finished my master's here in the UK. So I'm in a transition period in my life, which is kind of weird.
There's a lot of those happening, isn't
it? A lot of those.
It's correct.
For shame. But I want to settle in England for a few years.
Yeah.
And then eventually go back home, maybe start my own thing. Not sure what said thing would be, but I just know I want to do something like that.
So you want to definitely start something, you just don't know what it is.
Exactly.
What, business, I guess?
Exactly. A business for sure.
What did you do your master's in, by the way?
In marketing. So I'm not sure if I want to marry my marketing side and my dancer side yet. It's a scary thought to me, but it's something I would consider probably.
What, to intertwine the two?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get into that in a bit, but like first I guess let's talk about how this even happened, innit?
Yes.
So obviously you guys probably know from her little dance challenge, innit? 30 days, it's actually 60 days because obviously, you know, you need to take breaks.
We need breaks, guys.
People are doing their masters, you know what I mean? Like people can't just like, you know, be about. They don't even go clubs, bro. You know, she's going to club today, that's it.
Oh, that's it, eh?
Yeah, no, it'll be good, Are we going shisha?
Def,
cool.
Have to.
Shisha boys again. No, them people at most that go shisha. I know you, bro. You've been doing it for time. That's your only vice. I get it.
Just calling them out, eh?
I don't know why I did that, actually. Listen, I'm sorry, yeah. Don't backbite to my mom about me, you get me? Like, don't do that, please.
Right.
But yeah. By the way, are people like telling you need to get married and shit?
Thank God, no.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm far from ready. For as long as I'm in this transition period life, I'm far from ready. Yeah. You have to be with someone who is open and honest and does not have an agenda of imposing something on you.
Yeah, so what do you mean by that?
So it means
imposing something.
Like, for example, when we had a conversation the first time, and I think why we really gelled is when we're sharing our views, we're not trying to convince the other person. We're just sharing like, hey, this is my truth, this is my experience.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will want to say like, okay, yeah, that's your experience, but this is what happened to me, or but this is what happens in the world. Yeah. And it becomes a back and forth, and that's not necessary.
Yeah, I feel like people, they're just behind their screens, yeah?
Yeah.
And you know, like when a really nerdy guy's like looking at a girl, innit?
Yeah.
They're like waiting for the fucking argument, you know?
Yes.
They're waiting for it all the time because you know what it is? Like, we're just shown on the algorithm all of our views, and we're just like affirming it over and over and over again. Yes. So when someone comes with a different algorithm, a different algorithm's perspective, then what's gonna happen?
Exactly.
You know, it's gonna go crazy. So
that was actually touched on. I don't remember if you remember the documentary that came out on social media sometime last year.
Yeah, Social Dilemma.
Thank you.
I actually put a post on Zan words I put on the screen.
Yes.
CJ, please, man.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, CJ's not here. We need to address that. Basically, I kicked him out, innit? He's fucking up the shit. I don't like him. He's not my friend. We're not friends. We're not. I'm joking. Obviously, he's just not here because, you know, he had family engagements. But obviously, he said, "Go ahead. I'll edit it. I'll make you look stupid." I was like, "Say no more." So yeah.
Love to hear
you meet him soon.
Okay, fair.
He's like a producer, innit? So I guess like, if you wanted beats for your dances, I'm sure that, you know, you see these connections, bro. You just have to keep on making these connections.
It's the only way you make
Support
it
each other, bro. Come on, don't be dickheads, bro.
Facts.
Why you like going in your corner acting like you're rich to impress that guy when you could just be working together? Stupid, man.
Have you seen a lot of that as you've been in the industry?
Yeah. My industry. I'm not really in the industry, I'd say.
Like a little bit.
You're bigging me up still.
But it's facts though. Like,
I got like
even if it's
5 people watching this. Yo, it's good.
And yeah, my birthday was coming up, so that was like a little bit of a life crisis. And then I had a really big exam coming. It was one of the more difficult ones. That 30% of the people who sit that exam pass it.
No, I get you.
So I was like stressed out and everything. And then I was starting to wonder, like, why the hell did I start ACT in the first place? It's not what I'm passionate about. I really do detest accounting. I'm good at it, but I hate it so much. I detest it.
I don't know how people do accounting, you know. But listen, if you guys are hustling out there doing accounting, listen, shout out to you, bro. You must have really wanted that shit. Or just really good at maths, one of the two.
That's the thing.
I hope you can do that shit in your sleep, bro. Because then you can do other shit as well, you know? Like surf or something. Like something exciting, you know what I mean? Right. Just you gotta balance it.
That's exactly it. I needed the fucking balance.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was seated in my room.
You need to do some TikToks, bro.
Exactly, you guys. And
sometimes you just have to get out your frustration in TikTok,
yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes. So I actually did start dancing one of those nights in the middle. It's like fucking 2 a.m. I should have been going to sleep because I had an early morning the next day to continue studying. And I was like, fuck it. I was binging on Aaliyah Janelle choreographies because I love her. That woman is immaculate. Aaliyah Janelle. She's a choreographer from LA. She's been dancing all her life and she's amazing. She's amazing. And she does these little short clips in the beginning where she makes you feel like you're fucking Beyonce. Like, you are amazing. You can do anything you want. Like, nobody in this room is looking at you right now. It's just you and you in that mirror, you know?
I think that's what it is. I think, like, when you're searching for something like your passion, innit?
Yes.
You have to feel like your favorite person.
Yeah.
You know?
Literally.
Do you know what I mean? So,
exactly.
Like, you feel like you're on top of the world in this realm, innit?
Yes.
Like, if you're a computer nerd, if you're, like, hacking systems for the CIA or something like that, that's gonna be what makes you feel alive, innit?
Exactly.
Like that Soul movie. Have you seen that Soul movie when you're basically, like, in autopilot mode, innit? Because you're so good at that one skill, like footballers, innit? Like, they can do that shit in their sleep, innit? That's what they dream about, you get me? So, I guess that's what it is.
Yeah. And you see, even for you to get to that level, you just have to not compare yourself to what someone else is doing or who seems to look better and who seems to dance better. That's their business.
You're on your own
focus
scale.
On you. Exactly.
It's just like when you're going to the gym, it's stupid to ego lift just because of the guys around you, innit? You gotta do your reps the way you do your reps.
Oh, is that
what your potential is all the time? People, when you first go to the gym,
yeah,
bro. Shout out to my guys in it, Sal and Brandon. Bro, basically, like, I used to ego lift, innit?
Yeah.
Because I used to lift less than both of them.
Right.
So I would like put up the weight to like 35 when I should be doing 30, innit?
I got you.
And,
I got you.
Not doing the form properly, blah blah blah, and then you have to like reset your whole thing. You know what I mean?
It takes you steps back.
Because and you know what? It's the same thing with like life and habitual shit, innit?
Yeah.
Like if you do the same shit over and over again, and it's leading you down the wrong path, you gotta like kind of unlearn those steps.
Exactly.
You know, you gotta walk backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In fact, I don't know if you remember, but that first conversation we had, we kept talking about how life is literally just learning and then learning. And I remember when I asked you about your approach to this podcast, there's a lot of people go on the podcast like, I have so much to share, I have so much to teach. But you came in here saying, I have so much to learn. Bring other people here, teach me. So that's really cool. Good on you.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you don't do that, then you're just gonna be you're gonna be limited. Your potential is gonna be limited, innit?
Yeah.
You can't just you gotta like be a leader in your own right, but also you know, take the pieces around you that are like valuable enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I started learning Aaliyah Janelle's choreographies.
Yeah.
And it had its pros and its cons. The pros were she was such an inspirational person, and she gave you that little pep talk you need in order to like perform, right?
Like Sean T back in the day with Insanity.
Exactly.
Did you see
with
that
Insanity.
shit?
I did. Yes. So there was that, and then I think the con was that I put so much pressure on myself to dance like these professionals when I'm literally starting tonight. I'm starting tonight, but expecting to be as good as someone who's been dancing all their
not gonna happen.
Doesn't make sense exactly. So
possible.
I had to like give myself a realistic expectation of myself. Like, listen, stop comparing yourself. These people have done it for this much long, and you know what? You're still here. Like, take your time to grow slowly. Do it every day. Don't just do it in bursts and then be frustrated when it doesn't work out the way you wanted because you haven't been practicing, babe. You haven't been practicing. I'd have to keep saying this to myself. And something that helped me be realistic about my expectations of myself when I'd have like moments of insecurity and whatnot is sometimes you feel what actually is. So you have to distinguish between what you're perceiving and what actually is.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So I'd always do a lot of
exaggerate
journaling.
shit all the time.
Exactly. So I did
exaggerate
a lot
the
of
negatives most likely, innit?
Yes, exactly.
So you get into that rut.
Yeah.
And it just happens, you know? But obviously you have to bypass that by giving yourself realistic shit.
Exactly. So that's what I was trying to do. I would like assess situations like from a purely positive note, purely negative note, and then pick out what actually is in front of me and versus what I'm feeling. So it just helps on days when you do exaggerate and inflate the negative shit in your head. Because those days will happen and they're part of the cycle. I think especially like as creatives, it's very easy to critique yourself for things again and again, which I guess is true for people in any field really. But that was my journey with that in terms of starting. And even then, when I say starting, that was just starting for me. I didn't put a camera on or anything. And I remember I told my friend about it. She's like, bitch, I also want to do the dancing. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to learn a choreography during the week. Over the weekend, we're going to rent a studio and we're going to dance for like 2 hours. You're going to teach me the choreography. And that's how I got the practice of like learning how to break down something I've learned to another person.
Wait, that's crazy. So like, let me touch upon something that you said there, yeah? So you know that expectation versus reality shit, I feel like that fucked most people up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because like that's the message that whoever wanted to spread about in it. That's what became popular at the time. The reality so dull. You know what I mean? Why are they affirming the fact that we let negative shit overshadow positive shit? I don't understand why that happened.
Because your expectations are so high because you're only seeing people's highs. And you can't expect your own life to only be a series of highs. That's not realistic. So
that I just think what you should do is like keep yourself accountable for the spaces that you put yourself in, innit? Because at the end of the day, like that's like we do that. That's where free will comes in, innit? We can stay in the same surroundings, but we can't blame the surroundings if we're just staying in there for a while. If you're in a toxic relationship and you're staying in there and then you're complaining every day to your fucking friends, it's not gonna be worth it, is it? Because you're still in a toxic relationship, bro. Every day you're gonna wake up, oh shit, toxic time. You know what I mean? You don't want to have toxic time, bro.
Facts. In fact, I think I had some friendships in undergrad that went on for too long. Like there was just toxicity left, right, and center.
I think you stay with those fellas because you know you need to have someone to go to the club tomorrow. You know what I mean? Definitely. That's how it is.
So you just find yourself sitting through some BS, and it's like, nah, I need to get myself out of this. But that's a choice you have to make. Because if someone wrongs you, that defines them. If you allow them to keep wronging you repeatedly, that defines you.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, what? You know what I'm saying? You know about that J. Cole song, bro.
Of course.
And when did you realize that, okay, this is going on for too long? And what made you stay?
I think...
and how can they not do that?
So when you're in first year, like you have your first circle of friends. And there's these groups established. And you feel like, okay, this is it. This is how we're going forward. You already start like making such amazing memories together, wild times together, and you hold on to those highs, and they kind of make up for the lows. And I think especially because you're younger,
because that's what you think about nighttime, innit? You're like, oh, but like I made this memory, and we went to Portugal, blah blah blah.
And if I don't, what am I going to do on my own and whatnot? And I think you truly start to appreciate your time and the people who are around you in your space as you get older. But
you just gotta take the pieces, bro. Sometimes we just get sidetracked and we just don't take the lessons that we need to take at the time. And then we reflect back on it and we're like, oh fuck, you know what I mean?